staking Osmo, staking Atom, staking Secret, staking Juno. Something is coming that is going to make it much, much easier for you, so you don't have to every 24 hours claim your rewards, stake them again. Claim your rewards, stake them again. And I'm going to be finding out about this in this video.
Take the first step towards online privacy. Get NordVPN.
The world's most advanced cold wallet for the new generation of cryptocurrency lovers. Descent.
Hey, Udit, thank you so much for making yourself available.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You are so welcome. You are so welcome. You are one of the co-founders of Stakeeasy.finance. I'll have all the links in the description below. Do you want to say in a nutshell what Stakeeasy.finance is, and then we can get into it?
Yeah, definitely. So currently what the state of staking is, it's a bit too technical for some users. So what Stakeeasy does is that it eases out the process and plus gives you some additional features like auto-compounding, validator diversification. So basically, for your staking experience to make it better, what we do is that we reduce your risk and we increase your yield by compounding it every 8 hours. Plus give you an interface that is much easier to use and has more information than you would get on the Keplr wallet staking.
Okay, all right. Okay, so let me get into this. So right now, and I understand this is only for secret tokens, secret network, but in a few months you're going to be rolling out others, Osmo and Atom, and yeah. So right now, what I do is I go into Keplr, usually after 5:30 p.m. UK time, because that's when the Osmo rewards come out, and then I claim my secret rewards. And then I restake them to the same validators or a different validator. And I do that every 24 hours. And you're saying with your application, it can happen every 8 hours and it's automatic. So once I set it up with you, it just happens automatically.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So what we do is that Stakeeasy is a smart contract. So it's a set of smart contracts that lie between the user and the validators. So what happens is that most of the users, what they do is that either they don't compound it, or what they do is that they do it on a daily basis, like on a given set time each day, they do a transaction to claim the rewards and another transaction to stake those rewards. So either you can spend your gas fees doing that, or you don't compound it. But our solution is that you don't have to do the transaction, and you're also saving on the gas fees and on the time spent to do it.
Okay, how am I saving on the gas fees? Because I do it once a day. With you, it'll be 3 times a day. How does that?
Yes. So what happens is that suppose there are 100 users. Each one of them is doing at least 2 transactions every day to compound their rewards. So that's roughly 200 transactions every day done by these 100 people. So if these 100 people stake through us, what we do is that all the staked amount is through one contract, which is non-custodial. So we don't have actual control over the funds. But the contract is designed in such a way that every 8 hours, it does a transaction to claim the rewards and then stake those rewards. So this transaction is done only once for all of the users. So instead of doing 200 transactions every day for 100 users, there are only 2 transactions happening. So all those users are saving their gas money on doing this transaction and also plus the time of doing it.
Okay. So I can see a few advantages there. So one is if I'm compounding every 8 hours, my rewards, my capital will grow quicker and quicker and quicker than if I'm compounding every 24 hours.
Yes.
But also, if I've got a small holding, because sometimes, if I've only got a little bit of secret, I might wait for a week because of the gas fees.
Yes, exactly.
So for people with small holdings, they can build up their returns much, much quicker this way because they don't have gas fees.
Yeah, so most of users, they don't have such a large amount that the gas fees is not significant for them. For most users, the amount of gas fees, we spend it daily on a transaction daily. So if you calculate it, I think roughly, you can say around roughly $100 worth of tokens you're spending each year if you're compounding every day. So that is same for everyone. Doesn't matter if you have 100 secret or 10,000 secret or 1 million secret.
Right. Oh, who has 1 million secret? I wish I had 1 million secrets. Maybe you do, right? But you're keeping it a secret. Okay. All right. Now, So I can see the value in that, and you're doing it with Secret. Why with Secret? Why not with Osmo or Atom, which have much larger
so me and my co-founder Amit, we started with developing for any cryptocurrency related product back in September. I think back in September 2021, we started developing a project called Polar, which is similar to what you have. So what you have Hardhat and Truffle for Ethereum. What they do is that the whole process of developing any smart contracts for a blockchain. So what Truffle does and Hardhat does is that it eases out the process of developing those smart contracts. So that those tools are already, I think, 3-4 years old, but no such thing was available for Cosmos and especially for Secret Network. And we are seeing that a lot of DeFi protocols were being built on Secret Network, but such tool was not there. So we saw that okay, there's this gap that we can fill. So we applied for the grant for this from the Secret Foundation, and we got the grant. So from September to December, we developed that, and we're still developing it further. We have also made a few videos and documentation on how to use it, and a few community members are also using it. So throughout the process, we realized that okay, there are DeFi protocols that needs to be there. Like there's only swap and lending protocol is in the works, and there are a lot more protocols that can be built, which could be a lot of utility for the Secret Network users. So we saw that liquid staking is something that would help the community members a lot, because like even if you are not using a DEX, you are more likely to be staking than to be using on a DEX, right? So we saw that this is one of the critical problems that most of the community members are facing, and there's no solution for that on Secret Network. And we have more knowledge of Secret Network than of any other blockchain. So we started back in December developing Stakeeasy, and then we saw that okay, through this we can also solve the problem of fragmented tokens. Like what currently happens is that some tokens are in the DEXs, secret tokens. Some secret tokens are in the staking, but none of the secret token can be staked in both. So that's also one of the features that I'll explain later. Yep.
Okay, that's liquid staking. Okay.
Yeah, right.
I will come to liquid staking, where you're able to stake and hold in a pool in a
Yep.
All right. So you got funding from the Secret Network because you were involved with their development, and that's why Secret first, and then in a few months' time, others like JUNO and Atom. Okay. Now when I put my tokens in the smart contract, you said it's non-custodial. So what are the risks for me? Like, is there a risk of a rug pull or a bug in the contract? How secure is it?
Yep. So first of all, what we have done is that we have designed the contract in such a way that it's completely non-custodial. Only admin commands that we have access to are the ones to maybe fetch the rewards, and those rewards would be only sent to the contract itself. There's no way even the admin can access the funds. Only the contract can, and the user who has deposited can. So this one has been made sure by us. And also, since we have developed the Polar framework, one of the key features was to integrate integration testing for smart contracts. So that was one feature that we really wanted to have for the Secret community, and that was one of the features that we have rigorously used to. I think like for the from the start of February till date, we have every other day added a new test, and one of our employees just there to write the test as much as he can. And so our internal audits we have been doing those for a couple of months now. We have already external audits in pipeline. Probably they'll be done in a month or two. Other than that, what we have made sure is that in future we'll also create some sort of a DAO which can manage all the further mechanics change of the protocol. Like if you want to change how to stake, which validators to choose, and how to choose the validators to stake to. So these are the like security measurements we have made sure, and also the fact that on the front end side, what we want is that users to have the best experience and for that to be smooth also. And so we ran an open beta testing for I think four weeks now, starting of February. No, it was starting 14th of February. Yes, so it's been a month since doing that, and we have also changed the front end quite a lot since that time. If anyone has been using our testnet from that time, they can clearly see the differences in the front end, also in the doing the fluidity of the transactions. Right. So our primary emphasis has been on the security.
Okay, and is your code open source that people can go and check it?
For now, like since the external audit has not been completed yet, once that is complete, we'll be open sourcing our contracts.
Right. Okay. Now, I got to take both sides of the argument, right? On the one hand, it's entirely legitimate and it will be fine. You've tested it, internal audit, external audit. On the other hand, people need to be careful, because even with well-financed, established projects like Binance.
Right.
You can have all sorts of errors. I think there was a big one with Gavin Wood, and I can't remember, it was in the 2017 with a platform that he designed with Ethereum. There was a bug in the code. So what I'm saying to people is, always do your own due diligence. Always check it out. Don't put in any more than you can afford to lose. And fingers crossed, this will work out. Okay. So that's the smart contract funding from Secret Network. You mentioned. Actually, before that, I'm going to come to liquidity staking. And before that, I want to ask about, when is the mainnet launching?
So the mainnet is launching on 18th of March.
Okay.
And the testnet is already live, so you can use the testnet to see how the mainnet would look.
And we'll we'll try out the testnet in this video a little bit later. Then you said that you stake. How do you choose the validators? Can I say to you, I want you to validate to this one and not that one?
Right. So earlier I mentioned that the current staking process is not very informative for the end user. Like the only way to stake is to go to your Keplr wallet and choose the network and choose the button of staking, and then you'll be given a list of validators with the name of the validator and the commission they're taking. That's all the information you're getting. But you can get other on-chain data, such as what's the uptime of this validator, how long have they been online. Like some validators could be that they came in just a month ago. Some validators could have been there for a couple of years. And also there's some other data which is not on chain, like you don't know which validator has the best quality of the server, or are they using enough memory size there. So there has been instances where there were a few validators with very low fees. So people were staking to those because of the low fees, but they didn't realize that due to their low fees, they don't have enough funds to have a quality infrastructure for their validator. So things are more likely to go wrong there. So what we do is that we make sure both of these aspects are taken into consideration when choosing the validator. So we have a bunch of, I think, 4 or 5 on-chain matrices that we are fetching from the chain itself. I think what we're doing is that we are choosing top 10 validators from the set of parameters. And also we are looking at, we know some of the validators are managed by some community members who are either part of the Secret Network core team or are part of some DeFi protocol out there, or maybe some tutorials that they have contributed to. So they are more likely to be having a robust system out there because they are more in sync with the secret community itself. So both of these measures we are taking control. During our early stages, we'll be choosing these 10 validators partly manually because the DAO won't be live then. But as we move further down the line, a couple of months down the line, we'll have the Stakeeasy DAO live. Then we'll start to move this validator selection to the community itself, so that community member can themselves decide which validators are to be chosen or not. And also we'll have some constraint to make sure that even the community can't choose those validators which are clearly not the right ones. So we'll have the constraints, but we'll still give them the freedom to choose.
Right. Okay. And then what happens with airdrops? Because
airdrop is a bit tricky, especially for the secret network itself. Because what you can do is that, let's say someone has staked 100 tokens, and overall there are 1,000 tokens staked. So they have 10% amount of the total stake. So whatever airdrop you're getting in the contract itself, you can give the 10% of that airdrop to that user. But since our whole Stakeeasy system is on Secret Network, it has a feature of privacy by default that even us, no one can see overall how many amount of token has been staked by each user. Only the user can see how much they have staked. So there's no for even the contract to know how much each user owns right now. But there's a way to know, it's kind of it can be partially done. So what we have done is that we have delegated this task to the Stakeeasy DAO itself. So whenever the airdrop comes, that airdrop will be given to the DAO, and the DAO will distribute that to the token holders. That could be either the holders of the SC secret token, which is the receipt for depositing your secret tokens, or it could be the holders of the governance token, SEC token. So that thing we are currently working on, and that thing will also be live by, I think, mid of April. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that makes it a whole lot easier, because some of the airdrops are some are really easy to get, like Somalia and Bitsong and Wawa, and some are not so easy. Okay. All right. Now, liquid staking. So I have secret network tokens. I can either stake them, or I can put them in a liquidity pool. In a liquidity, there's a chance of greater rewards and greater risk. But if everybody stakes, if everyone puts in a liquidity pool, then they're not going to get the algorithm, the transactions validated.
Yes.
So people got to choose. So liquid staking is a way of people getting the benefits of both. So how do you do that?
Yes. So what's currently happening is that there's a 21-day lock-in period if you stake your tokens to the validators. So this 21-day lock-in period means that when you stake your tokens, the amount gets transferred to the validator, so your account doesn't have those tokens. So these tokens you can't use in any other protocol. So what's currently happening right now is that I think 65 to 70% of the secret token supply is in the validators, and I think remaining 20-30%, roughly 20% is in the DEXs. And so people can't do both. So there's some liquidity in the validators, some liquidity in the DEXs. So DEXs can't get liquidity well. And if DEXs starts to get more liquidity, then the stake amount would be less. So what liquid staking does is that it gives the user the opportunity to do both of them at the same time. So it also helps the network getting more secure. Also helps these swaps to have more liquidity, and also help the user to get both yield at the same time. So what we do is that when a user stakes their secret, they get SC secret in return, which is the representation of your staked assets plus your rewards. So you can take this representation and deposit that to a DEX, saying that, okay, if I stake my 100 secret, this receipt I'm getting represent 100 secret. So whoever I give this receipt to can redeem it for 100 secret. So this receipt has the value of 100 secret. So this receipt I can use in a DEX or in a lending protocol, or I can maybe even further bridge it to some other chain or to Ethereum or to Terra and provide liquidity there. So the freedom is completely up to you. So initially what we'll do is that we'll integrate this SE secret with the three DEXs that are there on the secret network, so which is Sienna Swap, Secret Swap, and Button Swap. So once this is done, the next step is to integrate with the lending protocols. So there's one lending protocol called Sienna Land, which is currently in works and probably will be live within a couple of months. So then we'll try to get that SE secret to use as a collateral there. So another fascinating thing you can do with liquid staking and lending protocol is called leverage staking, which means that let's say you have 100 secret tokens, you stake them, you get SE secret. You use this SE secret as a collateral to, let's say, get another 50 secret as a loan. And these 50 secret you further stake. Then you get SE secret. You again use that as collateral, and let's say you get another 20 secret.
Oh my God.
So this increases your risk, but also increases your yield. So that's also one of the strategies that can be done.
Oh my God. And somebody could start off with a very small amount and build it up that way.
Yeah. So there is a risk of liquidation, but that is quite minuscule as compared to taking any other collateral, because like essentially the collateral is SE secret and the loan itself is secret. So these two vary in value very in small amounts to each other. So there is a risk of liquidation, but which is quite low.
Right. Okay. And then, are you going to be launching your own token?
Yes. So what we plan to do is to issue our own governance token. So one reason of doing so is to first provide users with the ability to control the Stakeeasy DAO, to control how the mechanism will work in future. And second is to share the fees with our users. So whatever fees we are charging, 50% of that fees will go to the SEC, which is our governance tokens holders. And also what we're doing is that we are trying to incentivize our early adopters and to incentivize users who are participants who are tested.
Right. Okay. And what will you be doing? An airdrop, a fair drop? And when will you be doing it?
Yes. So our airdrop is kind of like done in three ways. First is the participants of the testnet that we ran last month. So what we did was that we ran it for 3 phases, 1 week each. So we expected roughly like around 500,000 users, because if you go to the secret nodes, which is the explorer for the secret network, if you go to the testnet explorer, you'll see that the contract with the highest number of users, other than the S secret one, is roughly around like 1,000 or 1,600 users. So we didn't expect more than 1,000 users. So for first week, we only allowed 40 users. For second week, allowed 100 users. And third week, it was open to all. So what we decided was to give airdrop to 20 users each from all of the 3 phases, so only 60 users. But for the third phase, we got, I think, around 29,000 responses. Wow. So we opened up a Google form where you can, if you have participated in the testnet, you have to fill out any issues you faced or any features you have in your recommendations. So people actually did fill out those forms. So 29,000 of those users filled those forms. So it's definitely not feasible to choose 20 people from 29,000 people. So we have decided to increase that number to around 500 to 1,000 range. That will allow soon. So second way, what we are doing is to incentivize those users who have already staked their amount to some validator, and they will be unstaking that amount to Stakeeasy. So if they are doing that, they are losing on their staking rewards for their 21-day period for which they are unstaking. So we have a mechanism implemented which will identify those users who have done so, and will incentivize them in terms of the SEC tokens in a roughly equivalent value to the one that they will be getting from those 21 days rewards. And the third way we are doing is called as community farming, which is essentially giving like it's optional for users. Like if you want to do that, you can, but if you don't, that's also fine. And what we are doing is that if you want to be early adopters or like early investors of our protocol, you can actually exchange your staking rewards with our governance token in a ratio which is quite low as compared to our public listing that will be happening 3 or 4 months later. So you can choose to do so, and if you don't want to, then that's also fine. So these are the 3 ways we are adopting our governance token to the users.
Very good, very good. Okay, and the mainnet launches on March the 18th.
Yes.
So let's have a look at the testnet now. Hold on a second.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, so here we are. This is the testnet, testnet.stakeeasy.finance, and people can try this out. I'll have the links in the description below. And is this what it's going to look like when you go on mainnet?
Yeah, so 90% of this is going to be same. A few features we have in development. So you will also see those features when the mainnet will be live.
Right, okay.
But one thing that will surely be different is the APY here. It won't be 1800%. It will be roughly around 27%.
Oh, no. No, it needs to be at least double this, 1800%.
That's not in our control, but if it was, we would definitely be doing that.
Yes, I'm sure. I've connected my Keplr wallet here because there was a little button which said connect. And I think the first thing I need to do is I need to get some testnet tokens. And that's from faucet.secrettestnet.io, and I need my address. So copy that. Check that I'm not a robot.
Actually, I think you need to copy the Pulsar test network address.
Ah, the Pulsar. Yes. Okay, so I scroll down here. And once I've connected, it will automatically show up here. It is Secret Pulsar connected. Take that address. Put that here, send me tokens. I'm going to ask for another lot of tokens. How many tokens do people get in each?
So it will send you 100 testnet tokens each time.
Right, okay.
And 100 tokens should be enough.
Right. Yeah, it is just that these have no real monetary value. All right, so now what do I do?
So first thing you need to do is stake your secret. I think you can, okay. So yeah, you just need to refresh one so that you can see that you have secret tokens now. Yeah. So now you can specify the amount of secret tokens you want to stake to Stakeeasy.
Let's do 100. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 50%. Yep. And then press stake.
Yes.
That's it. That's very easy. Then I approve the transaction.
Right.
100 amount of secrets successfully staked.
Correct.
Okay, and then create secret viewing.
So what happens is that when you stake your secret, in return for your secret, what you get is called SE secret, which is SNP20 token. So that SNP20 token basically represents the value you have staked already. So if you want to see the balance of SE secret, you have to create this viewing key. Yep. Once this viewing key is created, you can see the balance, right? And this balance multiplied with that conversion rate, you'll get the amount of secret you have staked.
Right. Now, why is it different? This is to do with the staking rewards, right? One SEC secret.
So what happens is that this is not in 1:1 ratio. The reason of doing that is that we want to maintain the fungibility of the token and also provide users with auto compounding. So that if that has to be implemented, the token issued has to be of a different ratio than the one that's been submitted. So during genesis of this, so like when the mainnet will launch on 18th March, the initial ratio will be 1:1. And when user will start to deposit, the amount of rewards will be generated. So currently you can see that 1.003 something is the ratio, which represents that 0.3% rewards has been generated so far.
Right.
So as the rewards are generated, this ratio will increase and the value of your SC-Secret token will increase. So let's say over 2 months of period, you had 100 secret tokens staked, and that was initially 1:1 ratio. So you will have 100 SC-Secret tokens. When let's say 2 secret tokens have been generated as rewards, now the ratio will become 1:1.02. So now if you redeem your SC-Secret tokens, you will get 102 secret tokens.
Right. Okay. Very good. So the SC-Secret token is the secret token plus the rewards wrapped together.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
All right, and that can change. And then if I want to unstake it, that's what I would get if I were to unstake it.
Yes.
So if I unstake,
so there are 2 ways to convert your SC-Secret to secret. Basically, 2 ways to unstake your secret. One is through this, which is essentially similar to what Keplr does, is that you wait 21 days, and once 21 days are over, then you can claim your secret and transfer to your wallet. Another way you can do is, which is essentially the liquid staking, is that we'll bootstrap the SC-Secret and secret pairs on these 3 swaps that I mentioned earlier, so that it will have liquidity enough for anyone to convert their secret tokens to SC-Secret or SC-Secret to secret. So since this swap is immediate, you don't have to wait 21 days for your secret tokens to unstake.
Right.
So what we are trying to do is to when that pair will initiate, I think during the month of May we'll start these 3 pairs, and we'll be bootstrapping the liquidity ourselves. So users will have deep enough liquidity to not have too high of a slippage when swapping, and we'll also be incentivizing those pools with our governance tokens, so that users will prefer that mechanism instead of unstaking through here and waiting 21 days.
Right. Well, I would prefer that mechanism because so I've got secret tokens. I want to release some. I have to wait 21 days to be able to change them to something else, or do whatever. I'm going to put them in a pool, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what you're saying is what I can do is I can take the SC-Secret tokens, which are already liquid, and then exchange them on Secret Swap or Sienna Swap or Button Swap for secret tokens. And those secret tokens are already liquid, and I can do with them what I want. And then the secret tokens that are in my wallet, what happens to them? Do they then become? What happens to them?
So the only tokens that will be touched are the ones that you use to swap. So let's say you swap your SC-Secret with secret. So whatever secret you have in your wallet won't be touched. Only the SC-Secret that you have in your wallet that you choose to swap with secret will be given to the liquidity pool, and you will get the secret amount from that liquidity pool to your wallet. And if you choose to swap your secret with SC-Secret, you can also do so. So there's another one possibility here, that since there's a defined swap rate here on the Stakeeasy app, that you can clearly see that one SC-Secret is worth this much of secret. So there can be possibility, due to not having enough liquidity on the swap, or maybe some arbitrage opportunity, that the ratio can be different there. So let's say the ratio is more or less than what you have here, then that creates an arbitrage opportunity for any user to take profit out of it. So let's say the SC-Secret is worth more on the swap than on Stakeeasy. So what you can do is that you can mint some SC-Secret on Stakeeasy by depositing secret, and take that SC-Secret and convert that to secret. Since SC-Secret there is more valuable, you'd get essentially more secret when you do this whole process. And the flip side is also true, that if SC-Secret is less valuable on a swap, what you can do is that buy SC-Secret there and unstake it on Stakeeasy. You just have to wait 21 days, but still in this process also you'll get more secret than the one you deposited. So there's arbitrage also.
Right, which over time and with enough volume will balance out.
Yes, exactly.
Right. Okay, very good. Anything else you want to let us know about this?
So one thing I can mention is that what we are doing is that we are frequently organizing some contests on the on our Twitter. So far we have organized 3 contests. The third one is live right now, where anyone who has used our testnet have some review of the protocol, or they want to write a blog post about it, they want to maybe create a video about it, or a Twitter thread, they can do so. And we have prizes for the best submissions. So you can participate in that if that contest is still live and the video is out. So you just have to check out Twitter to know. And even if that is over, there will be still more contests we'll be organizing in the future. And one more thing is that currently what we have decided is that for the initial 25 days of the protocol, we'll be allowing only some whitelisted users to access it. The reason being that we don't want the protocol to maybe be under heavy load during the starting period, so that there's a smooth launch. And we are also incentivizing our Twitter community and our Discord community and our testnet users. So we have chosen these whitelist users through a bunch of mechanisms. Like we have ran some Twitter contests through different Twitter accounts, like through Button Swap, through Sienna Swap, and we've also given away some NFTs in contests. So what we want is that diverse community to participate, and for those to participate who actually want to get in early on this. And once the 25 days period is over, anyone who has secret can use our protocol.
Very good, very good. Well, I'm going to have all the links in the description below so people can go check this out. To me, it sounds pretty exciting and easy. And also, you said something at the beginning that it's not always easy for people to work it out in terms of the validators and how to claim and stake. And it wasn't for me at the beginning, but now I know. But it still takes time for me. And this way will save me time. And then my friends and family, as I tell them and people watching, this will make it easier. So
yeah, this will already make it easy for the current users. And also, let's say the next set of users that the blockchain community will be onboarding. So what we want is that for those users to also have a much easier experience when they are made familiar with the ecosystem itself. So we are also preparing for that.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Is there anything else you want to let us know, Udit?
Yeah, I think that's all. And if anyone wants to know more, they can go to our website, Stakeeasy.finance. We have links for our Discord, for our Twitter, and for our Medium. We constantly post on our Medium explaining all the technical details if you are into that. And also there's a white paper you can read through that.
Great, great. And I'll have the links in the description below so people can go check this out. So if you have any comments or questions, let me know in the description below. Go join their Discord group or their Telegram chat. Do have a look at this. Also, please subscribe to me on Odyssey because I'm being shadow banned on both my YouTube channels now. Thank you very much, YouTube. And there's a weekly podcast, which is a sort of an update of the stuff that I've covered in the preceding week. And you can find that wherever you find podcast services. I may have a link to that in the description below. That's being done by a friend of mine. Udit, thank you so much. And for anybody who's watching, please do follow me on Telegram and Twitter, CryptoRichYT. For everybody who's watching, please keep filling your pockets with crypto profits. This is Crypto Rich and Crypto Udit signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.